Let's talk about functions in Python. This function add adds two numbers num1 and num2. Calling it on the values 2 and -3 adds the 2 and returns -1. This is a function hello that prints hello and returns nothing. It has a docstring declaring what the function does. We can get this with the doc attribute. This is a lambda expression. It takes two values a and b, adds 2 to b, then raises a to the power of this. Then we call this with the values 3 and 4. 3 to the power 6 is 729. Let's solve some problems on functions. Nth prime. Write a function, you may use helper functions, that takes in a number n and returns the nth prime number. The isPrime function checks whether a number is prime. If it is 1, it isn't prime. Otherwise, if it is divisible by at least one number from 2 to half of it, it isn't prime. Then return true. Next prime increments num, and while this is greater than n, return it if it's prime. Then increment num. Nth prime sets count to 0 and p to 2. And while count is less than n minus 1, p is the next prime and count is now one more. And now this returns p, which holds the value of the last prime number we calculated. The first prime number is 2, the fourth is 7, the 10th is 29. Caesar cipher. Write a function implementing the Caesar cipher. Such a cipher is one that uses a very simple encryption technique. If the key is 2, A becomes C, B becomes D, and so on. This completes a full cycle as Y becomes capital A and Z becomes capital B. Encrypt messages to send to a friend. The Caesar function takes a message and a key. The list alphabet holds the letters capital A to Z and small a to Z. S is an empty string. For each letter in the message, if it is one of these characters, concatenate it to S as it is and move to the next letter. This next statement takes the index of a letter in the alphabet list, adds the key to it, mods this by 52 to keep it cyclic because we have 52 items in alphabet, and then concatenates this to string S. Then it returns S. Let's do this on the string "Did you blow the whistle yet?" The key 3 means capital D becomes capital G, I becomes L, and so on. 2 means D becomes F and I becomes K. 0 means there's no encryption. And -3 means D becomes A and I becomes F. The encryption cipher is backwards.